Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. It's that time again. It's 12:30. I'm Julie. I'm one of the founders of A Natural Shift. And every Wednesday at 12:30, we bring to you some education on a new health-related topic. This week, we are kind of rounding out the month of February talking about heart health because February is Heart Health Month. We've talked about nutrition, proper nutrition to maintain a healthy heart. We've talked about essential oils and supplements. We've talked about sleep and how important that is. And today we're going to kind of wind up and round out the month with activity and weight management. How important those two things really are to maintaining not only just a healthy heart, but a healthy, vibrant life in general. So what I'm going to do is go through 5 different areas and kind of key steps that you can take to level up in this area to maintain a healthier weight and to do some activity that just really makes you feel good and overall promotes heart health. So the first area that I want to talk about, something that's extremely important, is water consumption. We know that what we put into our bodies is so important. Nutrition is key. It's the foundation of everything that we do. It's the building blocks of our body and our cells. And our body is actually made up mostly of water. So our body, just on a very primitive level, craves water. The more water we give our body, the better off we're going to feel. We're going to feel vibrant and have more energy. What I would encourage you to do, if you are someone who does not drink a lot of water, maybe you don't like the taste of water, then I would encourage you to try and incorporate something like essential oils into your water. We want to always make sure that we're consuming very high quality essential oils and ones that are ingestible, of course, such as the brand that we partner with, which is doTERRA. The oils that I like to use in my water are lemon is one of my favorites, grapefruit, wild orange. Those are all citrus oils, and what they do is they really help to provide an overall detox for your body, kind of on a daily basis, that detox that our body needs just to rid itself of those chemicals and toxins that we're exposed to from the environment and also that we put into our body through some of the foods that we eat. Make sure when you're consuming your essential oils that you're always drinking out of glass or a stainless container. I never go anywhere without one of these. I mean, like ever. So what I would encourage you to do is kind of set up some type of habit like that. Carry a water bottle with you wherever you go. Sip on it throughout the day if that's what you need to do, if it's hard for you to sit down and drink a glass of water. But your goal here really should be to work your way to half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 120 pounds, then you drink 60 ounces of water a day. So just kind of do the math, and that's really about how much water your body needs. Now, one other essential oil that I do want to mention here that's great to use in your water and also comes in a soft gel that's excellent for weight management is called Slim and Sassy. It's the metabolic blend. And it has some of the citrus oils in it. It also has some ginger, some peppermint. It tastes really good. It kind of helps to mix it up, just give a little bit of different flavor to your water. But it also helps to boost your metabolism in a healthy way. So that's another thing that you could incorporate into your daily routine. But number one key here is water, water, and more water. And on this topic, I really cannot go without saying, if you drink sodas, you've got to ditch the sodas. Those, for a multitude of reasons, are not good for you, but they will also make you hold on to weight. You're not going to be able to maintain a healthy weight if you're drinking sodas throughout the day. So just start with slow process, cut back. Maybe if you drink 5 a day, make yourself a goal for the week that you're only going to do 3 or 4. And then you just gradually cut back, because what happens is it's really these daily habits that over time lead to the real progress and lasting change. That's where the shift really comes in, is from these daily habits that we create, and we do it in a slow steady motion, because remember, it's really a marathon. It's not a sprint, and we're not going to get there to where we need to be and where we want to go if it's not a slow progress and us incorporating these things over time. Hey, Ashley, are you going to get Doug to watch the video, or are you just going to give him the notes? I love it. Okay, number 2 is eat more whole foods. Guys, we cannot continue to eat from a drive-through, from a box, if we want to maintain a healthy weight and if we want to have good heart health and feel vibrant. We have got to incorporate more whole foods. It's not even about buying everything organic or, oh, he's going to watch. Okay, good. I'm going to ask him next time I see him. So really it's about, incorporating more of these whole foods into our diet, fruits and veggies, and just really cutting back on as much of the processed foods as you possibly can. If we're looking at processed foods, you want to kind of use one rule of thumb. If you can't pronounce the ingredients, then you don't put it into your body, okay? So that's what I typically have my kids do. If they're wanting to eat something, and they look at the label, they'll often say, Mom, this doesn't have any sugar in it. It might be chips or something. This doesn't have any sugar in it. It doesn't have a lot of calories, because these are the things that they've learned through their nutrition classes in school. And not that those things aren't important, and having that good foundation of knowledge is very important. But what I want to teach them and what I want us all to learn is not really just about those different nutrition points on the label. It's about what's in that food. So I have them read to me what the ingredients are. And when they get to something that they can't pronounce it, then I just tell them, you know what, your body doesn't know what that is either. And it's recognizes it as foreign, as like a chemical, a toxin, something bad. So therefore, we don't need to put it into our body, because that's what leads to diseases over time, to chronic diseases and health problems over time. So use that as a rule of thumb. If you can't pronounce an ingredient on it, just put it back on the shelf. Don't buy it. The other thing that you also can consider is, if a food has 5 or more ingredients in it, if we're talking about packaged foods, then it's typically too processed. You don't want to be eating that. So kind of stick to another rule of thumb of 5 or less ingredients that you can pronounce, of course. So go to more of those whole foods, shopping the perimeter of the grocery store instead of grabbing everything from a box. Okay, next area, that's number 2. Number 3, we really covered this a couple weeks ago, so you may want to go back and watch the class that we did a couple of weeks ago on rest and sleep, and how important rest and sleep is to restoring our body. All throughout the day, we are constantly being torn down and broken down. Our cells are our bodies from all of the stress and everything that is just constantly coming at us throughout the day. And if we don't get that, 7 to 8 hours, 4 hours. I would die if I had 4 hours of sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep on a daily basis, then our bodies can't rejuvenate and restore, and be ready to go the next day and feel vibrant and alive. So if you have trouble sleeping, you want to maybe go back and watch that video that we did where we talked about some of the essential oils and supplements that could really help you maintain a healthy sleep pattern. So super important. Okay, the next area is your gut and gut health. And this is maybe something that a lot of people I find aren't familiar with and don't really know the importance of. But honestly, gut health is key to so many things. We know that 80% of our immune system lives in our gut, which means that if we don't have good gut health, we won't have a good immune system. We'll be sick a lot. We won't be able to fight off things that we're exposed to and that we come in contact with. So how do you have good gut health? And why is it important to weight management? If you don't have good gut health, your body cannot maintain a healthy weight. So that is key. Okay, so good gut health comes from feeding your body the proper nutrition, One of the things that's really important for gut health in terms of nutrition is probiotics. Now, we know most everybody's familiar with taking probiotics, as a supplement. And doTERRA makes an amazing probiotic. It's called PB Assist. And what really sets it apart, and whether you get doTERRA's probiotic or not, I just want to mention what will set apart one probiotic from another is when is it released and kind of dissolved in your body, okay? What you want to look for is a probiotic that is double encapsulated, meaning that it is double coated so that when you take it, it doesn't break apart right in your stomach where all that acid is, because what that's going to do is just kill those good bacteria, kill the probiotics. So you want one that's double encapsulated so that it travels through the stomach and gets into the intestines where you really get that benefit of having the probiotics, that they're not killed by the acid of the stomach. So that's first thing that's really important with probiotics. The second thing that is really important with probiotics is that they have a prebiotic in them, that it's a combination of the two. Because prebiotics are what the probiotics feed on. The probiotics are live bacteria, and they need something to feed on and multiply. Because remember, we want more and more good bacteria so that we can fight off the bad stuff. So doTERRA's does have prebiotics, and it also is double encapsulated. So really look for that in whatever product you decide to use, because you want to get a high quality, you want to get your money's worth, right? You don't want to just take something that is not doing you any benefit. But let's talk about some foods that are great and have just natural probiotics in them. Things that are fermented. Now, I used to kind of be like, oh, I don't know, fermented foods, that doesn't sound very appetizing. Is this going to be good? Now I'm completely obsessed, okay? So every day I eat either sauerkraut or kimchi. Those are it's fermented cabbage, basically. You can buy them right in the regular grocery store. You can buy in Kroger, actually, in their natural section. That's typically where I shop. They do have a really great sauerkraut and kimchi there. So check those out. I like to put them on eggs in the morning, maybe beside a salad. You only need a small spoonful a day, really. You don't need a lot. And I want to mention one thing here because it made me think of it. We have a monthly email newsletter that goes out at the beginning of every month. And this month, we're actually going to be giving you some suggestions on using some of those fermented foods in addition to a multitude of other things. So if you're not on that email list, you can just go to our website, anaturalshift.com, and sign up for that email list, that newsletter. And we send out health-related tips, and products that we love at the beginning of every month. Now, a couple of other things that are full of probiotics: kombucha, which is a drink that is, it really, I find people who love sodas, it's a good way for them to get that kind of bubbly, fizzy kind of sensation that, a soda would give you. Either kombucha or kefir. Some people pronounce it kefir. I've heard it pronounced both, but I think kefir is actually the proper pronunciation. And they sell those right in the regular grocery store as well. But getting some of those good probiotics into your diet is going to help you maintain good gut health, which in turn helps you maintain a healthy weight. So that's why that is extremely important. All right, the last and final thing that I want to talk about is activity, and really how important it is to move our bodies. Our bodies were made to move. They were not meant to be stagnant or sedentary. They were really made to move, and we know that helps in so many areas. Being active on a regular basis helps with sleep, helps you get the proper amount of rest. It also obviously helps you maintain a healthy weight. But when you exercise and you are active, you actually have some endorphins that are released, in your brain, the happy endorphins, things like serotonin and dopamine and things that actually make you happy. So people tend to have better emotional balance, emotional states, and are just overall happy people when they exercise and are active on a daily basis. Now, sometimes when we hear the word exercise, we think, oh my gosh, I have to go to the gym. I don't have time for this, right? I mean, we all are busy. It's just a busy world that we live in. And I'm not talking about going to the gym, and spending 2 hours or even 1 hour. I'm not even talking about like feeling like you have to kill yourself to get in a proper amount of exercise or activity. I'm just simply talking about movement and how important it is to just be up moving, whether that is running around the yard with your kids when you get home at night, playing a soccer game with them. Maybe while you're making dinner, you're doing some squats in the kitchen. I mean, like literally any amount of movement you can do is so much better for you. Maybe on your lunch break, you take a 10-minute walk. Whatever it looks like for you, don't think that because you don't have an hour or more to spend that it's not beneficial and you shouldn't do it. In fact, now I exercise time-wise less probably than I ever have, and I probably am healthier and feel better than I ever have. And I say that because I used to have that mindset of, well, if I'm not, feeling like I'm going to die when I'm working out and just spending an hour or more, I had that mindset that, I'm not really doing anything. And that's absolutely not true. I mean, if you look at not just going from personal experience, but if you look at the data and the literature out there, actually high intensity workouts, so, really going at it for 20 minutes is all you need. And it can be even more beneficial than just an hour cardio at, a lower or moderate level. So super easy to incorporate some of these things. It's just, you have to commit to it, right? There are so many sites out there that offer free workouts. If you go to YouTube and you just, type search workout, or you just search HIIT, high intensity interval training. That's just like a quick burst workout. You'll find 10-minute videos to 20 or 30-minute videos. That's what I do all the time. It's free. I can do it from anywhere. I could do it at my kids' baseball practice if I wanted to. I could go, not that I do it in front of everybody, but I have done this. I've gone like over to my car on the other side of my car where nobody could see me, and just fitting it in wherever you can, because I know from not just a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint, I feel so much better when I do those things. So don't limit yourself and think that you don't have, the resources to go to a gym. You don't can't pay for that, or you don't have the time. Everybody has 10 minutes throughout their day, 10 or 20 minutes that they can fit something in. So just think outside the box and try to incorporate some of those things. Now, 2 more things that I want to mention in terms of activity that I absolutely love are 2 of doterra's products. Deep Blue is the soothing blend, and Deep Blue is just amazing for any type of muscle or joint discomfort. So maybe after you exercise, if you have some discomfort, you just apply it directly to the area that's bothering you, and it is extremely soothing and just relaxing. What I love to do with Deep Blue is I've had some back problems over the years, and I found that if I apply Deep Blue to my back before I exercise, I don't have those issues, and it just really feels amazing to my back. So maybe using it, if you have a specific area that bothers you, maybe using it before you exercise. It's also nice in an Epsom salt bath. If you've had a long day, put it in your bath, and you will just be so relaxed before you go to bed. One last essential oil that I use with activity, and if I'm going to go exercise, is peppermint. Peppermint is extremely uplifting and just energizing. And so I will often apply peppermint to 1 drop or 2 drops to the back of my neck before exercise. And then I'll also, rub it in my hands and inhale it. And it just helps to really open up your airways and give you kind of that burst of energy to just be ready to go and get that workout done. And y'all, the best part, I remember, I've always thought this, but I thought it was funny when somebody else said it to me. I was running in a neighborhood that we used to live in. This was like 10 years ago. And I always would see this same guy. He was always running too, it seemed like at the same time I was. And he was finished, and he stopped at his house. I was still running. And as I was going to run by his house, he said, you know what the best part, and I thought he was just loved to run because he was running like all the time. He was like, you know what the best part of a run is? And I'm thinking, he's going to tell me he gets all these endorphins and he gets this runner's high, which I never experienced because I really don't like to run. He's like, the best part of running is when you're done. And I'm like, yes, you are so right. The best part of any workout is when you're done. It's not super easy. Everybody, not that many people really absolutely love to go exercise. But if you know the way that it's going to make you feel after, I've never heard one person say, I wish I would not have done that workout. I wish I would not have gone to the gym today. That just doesn't happen, right? Because you know the benefits that you're getting and how good you actually feel from that activity. All right, so those are my 5 tips for really maintaining that healthy weight and having overall heart health. I'm going to recap one last time. Consuming lots of water, increasing your water consumption and ditching the sodas. Eating more whole foods, more foods from the earth and not from a box or a package or a drive-through. Getting a proper amount of sleep, that 7 to 8 hours of really good rest. Good gut health, having those probiotics and keeping your gut health really good helps maintain a healthy weight. And then getting that activity level in, no matter what it is throughout the day. I work a lot now on the computer, and so I make myself get up at least one time in the morning and one time in the afternoon to go for a run, a walk, a 10-minute or 20-minute workout, because I know that if I don't, I'm just not going to feel good. So I hope that you take something away from this, at least, one simple thing that you learned today. Go and put that into action, because that is what it's all about, putting these tips that can be very simple if we build on them gradually and we just start with one thing. Because things will change if you start with one area, with one thing, and then just build on that. So I'm happy that you guys joined me today, and if you have any questions, please let us know. If you're watching the recording, we'll be happy to answer those as well. We will be back with you again next week. Carrie will be back with me, and we'll be diving into another health-related topic. If you have specific things that you would like for us to cover, then please feel free to post those. You can feel free to message us. And one last thing, we do have a support group that's a little bit more of an intimate group where you may feel more comfortable posting and asking questions. And the link to that is at the top of this page. So you can go back up and join that group. We'd love to have you in there. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.